and is very powerful again in these 1v1 situations.
Yeah, he needs levels.
But yeah, he needs levels. He is not all that tanky in the early levels, so as a result, he's also very susceptible to having, especially against this much control. Like, there's very few heroes that can actually withstand that. So
like, this hero benefits so much against heroes that has slow damage and no stuns.
Yeah.
Like in, for example, Underlord, he doesn't have a stun. He has the that best, but like, you can always get your stack.
Yeah.
That's why he's one of the better heroes against it. But against this, even dual, even A Sanking roaming with Underlord, like, he's not doing anything against that. So, I'm a little bit worried for Fnatic. If they can get out of the late phase, then yeah, sure, definitely. But I see a potential, like, very big lane win for TNC here, and then it can get out of control very quickly.
Yeah, gonna have to do some musical lanes perhaps to even get that good. We were talking about it in the last game. Important here in this one to have that Monkey King against the Underlord, ideally, and try and tie up the support somewhere else just by creating pressure. Like, there's a few things that doesn't work out. Oh, you have a fallback with a Magnus that empower, enabling you to farm even without going Battle Fury necessarily. There is comeback, as there always is, with the Magnus RP, especially if you combine it up with the Naga Siren. So there are ways for Fnatic to take teamfights, even if they do fall behind in the early game, but not if they fall too far behind, to a point where both Sven and Dragon Knight, they can get extremely tanky.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it's gonna come down to the TNC, or well, yeah, Fnatic. They get these lanes that they want, but even if it is monkeying against Underlord, I think Sven can do, like, if it would come to that, I think Sven does completely fine against Magnus. You'll just kind of shove the lane and yeah, like, you'll do fine. Magnus can't really create pressure on you.
Yeah.
And then the Sand King and A can roam and they can, like, screw this monkey over, even with Underlord.
Well, smoked up. DJ.
Hello, DJ.
They see it. Tim's kind of walking from the side, finds a burst strike, follow up a stare from Raven. If they have the vision, there it is. With the chilling touch already out. He will fall eventually. Smooth's gonna take an arm again, alright. That looked a bit awkward. Perhaps took a little bit more damage than they needed to, but again, wants you to give Armel that good start out that mid lane. Certainly worthwhile.
The Monkey King mid against... Actually, I like this.
Oh yeah.
Because Monkey King does very well against DK lane, because it's a melee hero, so you once again, you can always get those stacks kinda, and yeah, Tiny, he will for sure deal better with a aggro Trilane.
Yeah.
So this is pretty smart laning from Fnatic.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's one lane where you can't really be tri-laned unless the other team is crazy. I mean, certainly there's gonna be some roaming into that lane, one would think.
Yeah, I mean, he still runs a big risk of, you know, being killed, but
well, at least it's something that you can kind of plan for, that you can kind of sniff out. If you don't see the supports for a while, you can figure, alright, maybe they're on the way there, you can plop down some wards.
Yep.
You can protect against that more readily than, or more easily than just trying to play the lane game, or the lane rotation game.
For sure, team is being smart here. Since Tiny shoves out the lane, that means that Shadow Shaman is going to want to pull the small camp, but he just blocked it with his body, so that is not going to be available. And here they go.
Double burst strike here with the chill cut.
He's so strong.
I'll die, is dead. Ahmed picked up a tree and does quite a bit to Tim's, and with the tree toss, we'll be able to get the counter kill. So
that's very nice for them today.
Yeah.
Because with the shielding touch, it's always so scared to fight with that. And of course, TNC's lineup, they're gonna try, and it's gonna be a lot stronger when they have level 3 or level 2 and this cold feet. But for now, trade 1 for 1.
So top lane, take a quick look at that. It should be just a farming lane, right? Between Underlord and Magnus.
Yeah, I expect Underlord to win this a little bit, because Magnus want to have the mana sustain to, like, continuously use Shockwave to get last hits, and Underlord with the Atrophy Aura, he should just slowly be able to deny more than Universe can last it.
He's going for the Empower build though, and with the Quality Blade already, so he's trying to head it off that way rather than going for a Shockwave in the first place. But that also means that you have to perhaps stand a little bit more on the Firestorm than you want to.
Yeah, and I assume when it's damaged, especially at Pharah level 2, that should kind of eke this lane out a little bit in his... But of course, like, University will farm fine. It's not like it's gonna be completely, like, out-denied.
Keep an eye on how that develops. Right now, they're sitting at very similar CS. But this bottom lane, this is where most of the action is going to be at, one would think.
Yeah, both lanes super, like, scary.
Gotta be careful. These both supports on the lower ground, so don't quite get the full chains enough. But now maybe they can with the usual one from Raven, but they don't go for it.
I think that was the smart call. Paladai is a very hard here to go on. He has so much armor.
Yeah.
Like, Tiny and Shadow Shaman are both quite easy kills, but Naga by far the fattest one on the lane.
Yeah.
Not by far, but that is 1k health actually. Oh my god. 1k health already?
It's that hero, man.
And
0 armor, but 1k health.
0 stats item, seems good.
Damage. Well, but you're still sort of melee hero unless you have it really picked up. Tim's another double burst strike, double stun as well from the Swen. They're trying to slow it down a little bit with the avalanche, and that might be enough to keep Paladai safe, especially with Stave Chances Raven. That, meanwhile, it supports from themselves. Tim's already had to walk out as they switch target, and it might be full feet stun into another set of Chilling Touch. They will find the 1 kill, but I bet, look at him, he's cleaving them down. 1, 2, and maybe 3 if they can try and track down Cuckoo. He is TPing out. I bet does not have to toss.
We can see the fact that both of Fnatic supports picked up stick super early, so they have a fair amount of charges already. That actually turned out completely.
Radiant are scanning.
And now, this kind of stuff is the death sentence for an aggro try if you lose.
And
or hero +1, it's so volatile. Like, this is the kind of thing that you can't really afford.
Yeah, Raven TP top because he knows that this didn't work. They like as long as they position as long as Shadow Shaman isn't like getting caught, it's so hard to go on this Naga, and he just keeps he kind of wants him to go on him, and it didn't work.
Gonna go in mid now. Envy, much easier target even with Sam H. Big rotation. That's pretty smart. I mean, you put Raven up top. Sam H doesn't want to TP, so he walks down and helps get a kill in the meantime.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Yeah. It's not wasting.
There's no way you expect. Yeah, there's probably going to be an Unlord coming here as well.
It's under attack.
Oh, DJ and Paladai also grouping up. A little bit too late to help Envy in the first time. Maybe they can get some revenge on Amel. Lanes break up a little bit. Samage, you should still be fine, especially with these early levels that you get out of a solo lane. Makes the off lane when you finally switch to it a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the supports are even like kind of roaming around. I think they're scared now that it's not an aggro trial anymore. They're very scared that they're gonna start running at Envy, and Envy is very susceptible to these lots of stuns.
Tim's would make it easier if he joins in. Like Ancient Version by himself isn't all that scary. I guess though with the cold feet on top of the DK stun, could turn something in Envy. Go for Cuckoo. He sees Armor walking forward. Can get in range for the stun. Cold feet not actually available, so he gets his Jingle Mastery.
Oh, he only hit one
forward, but Tim's
Cuckoo is alive.
Finds the burst strike. Cuckoo even surviving that whole ordeal. Damn. They didn't quite do the math properly right there, it seems.
He actually missed Cuckoo with the Boundless Strike because he wanted to hit 2 heroes or at least, or even 3.
Yeah.
So he wanted to hit Tim's and plus Cuckoo, but Cuckoo sidestepped. So he only hit Tim's, and that actually made Cuckoo live. And Envy, he didn't life steal as much since he only hit
hit the 1 hero, yeah. It's wasn't enough to keep him safe there or even get a kill.
Small things that makes a difference, and now you see they smoke instantly. They just want to kill Envy over and over again.
Start with the stun here on the range from. They have the root, but it's full of burst strike into the cold feed, and we're talking about in the drop. He's not a tanky hero, but they might find some revenge. Paladai clicking away with extra shackles.
RP?
Below RP's not actually available, doesn't have enough mana after the skewer. And now another double burst strike here in the middle of the river. Another support down, Universe. All you can do is walk away. It would have been a good RP. That's the downside of going for the Salmon of the Dominator build. You don't actually have any sort of mana sustain whatsoever.
And I actually think even if he got the RP there, he doesn't have like it might not be enough damage. He's a DK and might have gotten the kill on the AA.
Yeah. But
yeah. So once again, now that these Triverse tries broken up, the lanes are going pretty nicely for TNC.
Yeah.
Continues getting kills with this monkey.
At the very least, down bottom actually have Sam Age under the creep skip, but the bed has no problems. It's clean creep waves himself. He's sitting at 60 last hit, just a few jungle creeps in the meantime as well. So this Tiny is getting very powerful very fast. How much can a bed do to kind of buy more space for Envy to farm up with him power?
Samaj is being gone on bottom right now. Just before we go into that,
he doesn't actually have his ultimate level.
He's kind of oh, nice stones!
Oh, a bed with the big plays to keep his friends alive. DJ helps out with a shackle as a thank you.
DJ was super there. That was such a good toss.
Yeah. And then it's a Monkey King. I mean, it doesn't do much early on.
No,
begin to dissuade Armel.
Barely cares about it.
Yeah. He went away from tower. He didn't run away from the MK ult.
Yeah, I mean with tower and the Monkey ult, that kind of damage kind of stacks up. But that he gets smoked in mid lane now. They want to get the counter kill on Armel. He's not an easy kill at all. This is very deep. They cannot go for this.
TP forced out. Cancelled immediately. Kugel's also sending around. Just in case, but yeah. Armel, he was very tanky in the last game on this Dragon Knight. And he's on the same path right here, right now. Go for the drums. He'll be a little bit more active if he wants to. With the DK, you want to start grouping up a little bit and trying to take down these towers.
Yeah, I mean, first Dragon ulti got a fair bit of damage from tier 1 in mid lane. But question is he gonna keep going at that mid lane town, or is he gonna try to make a smoke maybe on bottom or top lane?
He was still camping out here. He got himself a catapult. If he ever gets towards the tower, he might be able to do a lot of damage in by himself. But right now, Tim's actually pretty good at just matching up with that, getting his own levels. So this top lane just completely quiet, no matter what heroes are in there, apparently.
I like it what they're doing here, because Tim's, of course, the sooner he has a big dagger, the better for TNC. And Raven with his maxed cleave, he farms jungle.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even faster in lane already.
Yeah.
So like, he barely loses any like GPM. So this is super good, because this means that Tim's is gonna get a lot faster dagger than he otherwise would.
He's using his ultimate to try and finish off these ancients. Now going back to it as it expires. He was chased away by some illusions, by the looks of it. So a little bit scared, but should still be able to knock them all down, unless he messes up.
Oh yes, trying so.
He's trying. It's all good. Getting an extra gold that way. Eternal Envy, we haven't seen a lot of opportunity for him to use the power. Jumping up on 3, but they saw it coming. They saw it right 3. Raven finds the stun. Followers there from Sam Age. Envy is dead. Meanwhile, oh, is he actually? Where is he running? He's actually running far, far away. Very fast indeed. Does another grab and jumps away to the other side. Another jump up.
And they both hit him.
He's out. How? Oh, so close. I thought he was dead for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, with the stun still being available.
And Abed just well, he was not that close. He lived too, so.
Radiant's bottom tower has been
Try to catch that action because I thought the Envy thing was over, but then it wasn't. So good on him, making his way out of there.
During this hour, Armel did get the bottom tier 1, so he did put his Dragon Form to good use this time.
Yeah. Once again, wherever Armel goes, similar in the last game, it's wherever he goes, there's just death and destruction, either on heroes or towers.
Yep.
And now maybe they're making their way up top. Kuka and Tim's are already setting up. They have a water plop down. They also scout out DJ, which could be a kill that they can go for themselves if he's alone. He is indeed. Level 5. But very dead indeed. Pretty underleveled, in fact, to find a small stack. Get rid of that.
Yeah, he's kind of struggling a little bit. And the TNC support, now that they're level 6 on both of them, well, especially level 6 on Cuckoo, like that increased their kill potential by a lot.
Yeah.
They're gonna push the top tower.
You don't want to fight into this. I mean, they have the RP.
Radiant's top tower is
Tetsu can kind of make his way in.
He's
He's the one being scouted out. A badass one to bail him out, but why don't you get the chance with the fall of Cold Feet? They'll burst him down. The Song of the Siren, though,
not really working out.
The full combo. Maybe they can get one. Oh, what? That's interesting, but still Envy. Be gone on now by Raven. Armel
maybe.
Two, another burst strike. They burst him down, just ignoring the Tiny, as well as Pilot Eye. And that was a very interesting, interesting thing that happened. Abed picked up a tree as Envy was mid-air, so when he landed on the same tree, he was stuck. It is hilarious.
You could have taken any tree.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't make too much of a difference there because most of the stun duration was during the song.
I actually think
I don't know, it might have.
I think what did is that TNC, they got a clear target who to go on. Like he wanted to charge ulti and then boundless strike them from that tree. I think so. I actually think it made a huge difference.
I haven't considered that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So I mean,
yeah, that made a straight beeline for him.
Yeah, so because they obviously just instantly went for him, and this once again, Fnatic made a move and it didn't work out for them. It even worked out in TNC's favor.
Well, Envy. He's 1,000 gold almost behind his own offlaner.
He's struggling.
Yeah. You do have the catch-up potential. We were talking about that earlier with the Empower, but
they're gonna make a move here on bottom again. They have Blink on Armel, and this is, as mentioned, as soon as you get these items, you wanna make a move instantly. You don't wanna show on lanes with the item because then it's gonna be okay. He has Blink now, so keep them in mind. Now, yeah, he
okay.
Yeah, just because I said that he shows, but
you don't want to, but maybe you have to sometimes.
Double Blink here even. Actually, this could be. So double Blink on TNC now, and that means, kind of means like, yeah, half go time. They're a lot more scary to like farm against now. So Fnatic probably wants to move somewhat in a group together to back each other up if someone gets initiated on.
Well,
Abed has an interesting position here with the Shadow Lane.
Yeah, he's waiting for that to come off cooldown. He's hunting. He's trying. I mean, he's the only one that really has had a really good game so far on this Tiny. 5 kills. Now top net worth. Like, they need him to do something, but it's so hard against these tanky heroes that if you don't find the right one to burst down, then you might be the one who's called out. Just like this here. Just like Shadow Shaman is the one to tank this particular gank. At least it's him and not Envy.
And TNC once again, they're so good with this Dragon Knight. They just like successively just goes tower, 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 and they get all these tier 1s, and they just get so much map control from it. And that's the benefit of Dragon Knight, that you always have this. As soon as we have ulti, we just we go for this move, and it's
Sims. He's caught, but he does have some help. Raven, though, they go on Magnus trying to take out this RP before it can come out, and they will be successful. They do lose their own tanking, though, as he overcommits into the Tiny.
Is it Rosheim here? They have...
It might be.
Firestorm, so it is...
Gotta get rid of this helm creep first. It's just dragging the creep wave. Easy gold, easy money.
Okay, no Rosh.
Could have turned that into a push, maybe still. Both the double creep wave now, but I bet quickly taking care of that.
Yeah, top lane is pretty like shoved into their face, so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Let's go Sanj and Yasha on the Monkey King. And now might get another freebie here, perhaps. If Tim sticks around.
I don't think they have enough damage to burst him, though. I might be wrong, but
try
like
the channeled up with a boundless strike. They have the net. No burst strikes out of that one.
With ulti, yeah, definitely enough.
Raven.
Oh, he's going in.
He finds Pilot Die.
Oh, cute little move.
That's interesting. He does have a calling blade still. Trying to keep track. Pilot Die. He's buying a lot of time at the release, and only now starts at P. Raven. Oh, he doesn't find him. Oh no.
Easy.
calculating.
Yep.
Yeah, they get away with that. Certainly very useful, especially in a situation like this where nothing's really gone your way. Then you find this kill and you get out scot-free.
And Sam H is gonna go for his Crimson Guard, but looks like he finished a Vanguard, and I really like that against Monk King with his... I think it works on his ultimate. I'm not gonna say 100%, but I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't work against Death Prophet ultis for some reason.
Yeah.
But and then Rasta Wars, like it's a lot of useful. This Crimson, it just makes everyone so tanky.
Yeah. Even more tanky, you mean?
Yeah. Fair point.
You look at Armel, 2k towards their BKB. He's the next big item. And this Fender, I mean, he's doing alright in terms of farm, but he's been spending a lot of time rotating around and trying to find kills rather than just farming stacks. So he's not actually in a position where you often see Svens be at this point in the game when they basically have as much freedom as they want. Like sometimes you see them just being 2-3k ahead of everybody. But
yeah,
it's not quite the case here.
Usually you go Mom, Sanyasha and Blink, because that SNY really like boosts your farm. Now he did go for the Blink before that, which means that yeah, his farm is gonna suffer and he's gonna look for kills more. Yeah. And yeah, that is a trade-off, but I mean they are winning, so you can't really say it's the bad choice, because I mean they've been taking a couple of fights and maybe because of the Blink dagger it's just been helping them out.
Speaking of Blink daggers, Sand King has his own now. But they're still not finding anybody. I mean, Fnatic are doing a really good job just reading the map, keeping themselves out of trouble. And Envy, he is kind of caught up a little bit here, almost at the Underlord's net worth.
Yep.
Just camping around from this top lane. Aiming creep wave after creep wave. It does start to add up.
Very annoying split push, but I love this move from TNC. They're so good at it. They showed Armel bottom as if they're gonna set up to push there, and they're already halfway on the other side of the map with a smoke.
We'll run into Universe. Nice plus coming as well, full of stun, very easy PV.
Like the chance that they're not gonna find anyone there is so small.
Yeah.
This because they see Armel bottom and it's in your head like, yeah, they're probably setting up there to push. And then boom, they're already in your face.
Yeah. Alright.
And Roche.
There it is. They're going to go into Roche. Top lane, still kind of being slowed down, pushed out by DJ right now, doing that support thing, that late game support thing, very early on. Just hide inside the trees until you know where everyone's kind of at, so you can go keep the lane pushed. Maybe even find some damage on tier 3 if it comes to that, just pop it down your ultimate.
Yep. Yeah, it's nice that they got this tier 2 top for Fnatic. Like, it opens up a lot.
Aegis in hand though. Actually on the Sven.
Oh, that's a
also close to each other. I bet it's there for the follow-up. Envy channeling up his ultimate. BKB oh, so dead. Oh,
Raven blinked
they
away.
got Raven got out. Armor also caught between 5. He should still end up dropping. Disastrous for TNC.
What a sleep. What was he? How did he? I don't even know how he got that great of a positioning with level 1 sleep. It's so short. I guess they had a warrior and then yeah, wow, so good from Fnatic.
Yeah. I just blew the game wide open for them. I'm trying to get more Raven.
Get his Aegis.
Trying to farm and sure you get the Aegis, but you don't have teammates to really get anything with it. They should be able to find him a second time. Kubo's there with the Ice Blast, but Pilot Eye only trying to take care of him, set up for another death. Hexed up immediately on Raven into the shackles, so he didn't find DJ here. He will with the stun now, but Burst Strike a little bit too late to save his own life. Kubo, ironically, he's the one who's... Never mind. A bad just tosses the tree and the splash finishes him off. Double kill for him. Godlike Strain. He's the king of this game right now.
Oh, I'm still like from that combo. And yeah, like TNC, they were like, yeah, just systematically doing what we know. And yeah, once again, I bet it's just going ham here.
Going from hero to hero, Sanage, trying to ult out, does have the tankiness. Does have the regen from the stick, and that will be enough. Make sure that he survives, but you gotta stop crumbling here. You gotta regroup and assess the situation again. Because Fnatic, they've got a huge load of momentum right now. 4K ahead. That was what TNC was, but now around 2K for Fnatic after all of that. And they haven't even claimed this T1 tower bottom.
Yeah, and TNC, they were like, hey, it's just going like game 1, you know, systematically doing our stuff with the dragon, like getting the tier 1s, getting Roshan, doing a smoke, bam, bam, bam. And then, just like that, Fnatic with the knockout punch. Not knockout, but you know. Such a good move. And yeah, now it's even slightly in Fnatic's favor.
Yeah. Well, and they keep doing this. I mean, through all that, Envy, of course, being part of these team fights. He's maybe not where he wants to be, but he's getting there, right? He has Sanjin Yasha almost with the Battle Fury completed inventory too, so even more cleave to work with. And now TNC, they might find an opportunity if they can catch him out and sight freeze the A-Blast off the mark, but I think they saw jumping now, and they get him on this jump. The blinks on immediately from Tim's, follow from Raven. Armel also clicking in.
He is tanky.
Yeah, he is tanky, but not tanky enough. This time, he's done goofed, as they say.
Yup. And yeah, I like what they did with A-Blast. They expect Envy, because that's what Envy been doing. He's just sitting in trees and split pushing. So they try to scout him with the A-Blast. That's the only tool they have to scout trees. And they're very close to finding him, but then Envy slips up and goes for the creep wave.
Yeah. And they find more here. Next question. They're certainly trying. They have this ward on the high ground, so they're trying to play around this vision. They did scout out DJ. And Raven Tims. That's a quick hex off on one, but it's two of them. Into Korea. Always scared when these kind of things happen.
This ward by TNC is so good. Like this ward, it's about to time out. It means they placed it 5 minutes ago, and now they're like following up that ward to potentially push the top lane and get kills from it. Like they're just using the ward very well.
Such great foresight, perhaps.
Yeah.
To be so foresight and just having that opportunity, just making sure that you have the options a couple of minutes before you have to decide on them even.
And especially like the fact that because it's 50 seconds left, so they're like, okay, let's push this before we lose this advantage.
They see him. The creeps aggro as he jumps right next to him on the trees, but they don't find the jump. Cool.
Go
for backstep after. Still want to fight.
Great
to the instant hex though, with all of the control rolls of power that they have. Analo trying to get him out, but not even is being skewered back, so he can't even take Raven. So he has to cancel. His ultimate, he was stuck inside the walls for a bit, but with that BKB, we'll still be able to walk a little bit as the Song actually dodges the net as the BKB times out, finds the blink, still alive somehow as they decide and as they settle. For Kuko on the Ancient Apparition, who's doing his best to create as much space and farm some wards in the meantime, because that's all you can do. Whew, that was a great series of events, and he died in the middle of that though, with the jump from Raven. So, was it still worth for TNC, even though they lose DK?
I don't know. The worry they have right now is that this Tiny is becoming humongous. Like, he's climbing the net worth very fast. And yeah, that fight, it wasn't bad for them, but this Tiny is becoming a problem rapidly.
Yeah. They're making so many good plays themselves. Like that instant hex the second time. DJ this time with the rest of his team sitting next to him. Armel had no chance to do anything to pop the BKB. That's still sitting at 10 seconds right now. If he gets the BKB off as he blinks in, instead of being hexed, then the entire fight looks completely different.
Yeah.
Stands, he gets bursted down, even, and yeah, Sam H even trying to bail him out, but then being skewered away, so he can't even make the retreat happen, being forced to fight.
Yeah, I mean, if DJ dies there, that's the other way around. Like TNC takes that fight rolling, but small individual like big plays like that, small big plays. Wait a minute, big plays like that, like individual, they can just turn the tides entirely.
And that's a fourth blink dagger on the side of TNC. Sam H on the Underlord, he doesn't want to have that happen again. I can just prep your ultimate, blink in to bail somebody out if you want to, just blink in for an initiation of your own with a bit of malice.
Yeah, and I think it also, he's gonna maybe finish a pipe, but it's like, even if he doesn't want to bail someone out, if someone gets like caught a little bit, he can blink in, pop the Crimson, use his auras, and it's like you just want to be there and instantly pop these buffs on your teammates.
Yeah. Also seen time and time again that the blinks are also pretty good against the song, right?
Yeah.
If you get that instant blink out afterwards, like there's no static storm to prevent it, which is part of the reason why this Disrupt and Naga is the most popular combo. There's no way to counter that out, really, outside of having just popping a BKB.
That is a very good point.
So, Goblin though, Envy doing what he's been doing this entire game, it feels like. Always pushing out this lane. TNC, they're certainly not in as much control as they seem to be in the last game.
No, this game is super wide open now. That's gonna come down to the next fight, basically.
I bet now with his own fresh BKB. Can't see how much damage do you actually have against it. I guess if Raven gets the right click, he'll still be fine, right? Especially with the rather low armor on the Sven.
Yeah, but
the Tiny.
And of course, since they have so many stuns, they have the potential of just stun locking him down. But it is a Tiny, so it is a status resistance. Oh, it's annoying to stun lock him.
Actually has a lot more armor than the Sven at this point, outside of Warcry anyway.
Yep.
8 armor just from the stat items. According to this, 6.4 armor now with without power treads. Which to that as well.
Smoke up from TNC. Wanna fight bottom.
Fnatic down though, perhaps, or at least they want to do it on their terms. Kind of hiding. They use the Serpent Wards in tier 1, so...
Super long smoke around, and I like that. That's the path which is, for Fnatic, the least expected.
Yeah.
Because they have this ward, because they know that if they smoke on us, like this is where we expect them to come from. But this is the smoke wraparound that doesn't get spotted by the ward.
I saw Universe walking in for an empower on the creek, so they get the stun, and DJ immediately TP's out, but still see him with the high ground ward here, so they interrupt that TP, they get 1, they get 2. And this gambit worked out perfectly for TNC.
Yep. And it's just the fact that they make these moves that are like the ones that you don't expect. If they come from the expected area, they're most likely not gonna get anyone.
Yep. That's the fine 2. In their division now, during the fight, it's so important fighting in these kind of trees. That's super obnoxious if you don't have that flying vision.
Yeah.
If you get it down, I mean, them an extra kill. Made sure that everyone has the information that they need to do what they need to do.
And this is what people... I feel people are so scared of doing this that you place wards purely to win a fight. And that's completely fine. That's what they place this higher ward. They also place the one on the other side. The higher ward, they don't provide any map control, really.
Yeah.
It's really obnoxious to have after. But if it wins you a fight, or even gets you a couple of kills, it's worth it.
Yeah. And one, it pays for itself, obviously. And 2, like, that's the point of wards, right? To help you win fights one way or the other. To help you win the game. You're missing out on a little bit of intel, right? That's the downside, but as you said, it's totally worth it if you get something out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks to not have that like overall vision later on.
Yeah.
But that's something you just have to play after that fact. If you don't have vision, you stick more together.
Yeah.
And like, it's just a mindset thing when you play the game. Like, okay, how much vision do we have? How much can we play around now?
Yeah.
All of that stuff. But Roshan here for Fnatic and TNC, I'm sure they want to contest this. Gonna be in time though.
It's falling rather fast with the Song of the Siren. Not sure how well. Yeah, it should be lining up quite nicely. Ice Blast coming in. But, well, that song used just to defend the Roche. Kind of impossible to play around that, is it? Unless you just want to pop BKB and blink in.
Yeah, and then you're like 2 versus 5 anyway, so it's gonna be horrible. So yeah, safe from Pilot Eye to just pop that song. I like that. It's a level 2 song as well, so it's gonna be up fairly soon.
It's not the biggest timing window for TNC, and even then you don't necessarily want to fight it to Mages all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparition. Bit of a 4-star, but it's all the help that Tims can provide. Turned out not to be enough inside that river of death, and now it's Fnatic's turn. Push across the river, grab another tier 2. Powered up Envy at this point, very, very scary.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They have to kill him twice.
Yeah. On top of that, this RP, like, now that Fnatic's ahead, this RP is instantly super scary, because it's like, if they go on Fnatic, or if they commit on one of their cores, and then, you know, there's this RP behind that can just completely turn the fight around.
Yeah. It's one of these things that can just end the game right then and there. Also depending on Bybig's status, but look at that now. TNC, sitting pretty decent. Raven has it, Sam H.
Running at Envy here.
Indeed, the stun has popped the BKB. He's still stunned though with the tree and wasting a lot of time. Gets the ultimate off.
This is the Aegis, however.
They find him here. They're jumping through the trees with creeps also blocking in, but the BKB has expired. They find him once. The ultimate expires. They have to root up on Sven. Blinks away. There's no actual damage being done, and they're going for a second round. Or are they? Song of the Siren. Alan's own BKB is
really
also expired. Well, they're setting up for a universe, waiting in the side. They jump in, he'll also counter jump. Epicenter being sheltered from the side though. Burst strike and the RP only on one. Abed with his own BKB though, he's powerful. He is hitting very, very hard. They get down the DK, and Sam H pulls the emergency exit button. I don't know. He presses it. He gets himself out along with the Sand King, but Cuckoo didn't quite catch that ride.
And it is this Tiny is just slicing through them like butter in sunshine.
Yeah. Fnatic continue to build that momentum. Can they take the first game against TNC today? Here in the ESL 1 qualifiers, it's starting to look like it, these guys.
Yeah, only buyback on Sven here, and even if you buy backs, what can he really do?
You need your ultimate to fight. He does have it though. Yeah, after just a few seconds.
Good use of Crimson Guard to try to delay this push, but it's pushing so fast.
Without Armel, I don't think you want to take that fight. You'd rather just give up this Rax.
This empower both Tiny and Monkey. Both of them are just hitting so much harder.
Yeah. Things around Ice Buffs. Universe with the skew back on Sam H. A few spells. Pilot die. Stunned up with the cold feet as well after the fact. Maybe they can find him.
Pilot die.
That also kind of slowed down as he's in this with the dust on top. He makes his way out. No, double burst strike. He didn't catch any monkey on top. This could be a big kill, but the shackles preventing Armel. He can rock himself now. Eternal Envy with his BKB, with his ultimate, chasing them back into the high ground, keeping himself alive, and also even that chase. The bad gets a TP out as Envy still covers him, but he cannot TP. He doesn't have one.
Die here.
So he will drop in the end of the day, with the support also falling, unable to bail him out one more time. But that was it's been so scary for a second there with the shackles preventing them from going on Envy in the first place. But TNC able to not play inside that Monkey King ultimate.
TNC is not giving up that easily in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, Fnatic, they have quite a nice lead now, 5k goal lead, and that one side of Rax. But yeah, with the Sven, like Sven is just a monster hero if he's allowed to hit.
Yeah.
He just slices through anyone.
How do they deal with this Tiny though? I mean, the bed still about 5k ahead of everybody.
That is the question, isn't it?
It's a full AC. BKB at 8 seconds still with the Silverhead against the Dragon Knight. Or even just the Underlord. I mean, just taking away that atrophy aura can make a huge difference.
Just like last game with the AC on Lycan, it plays as big of a role in this game when they have Tiny and Monkey with Empower against a Sven DK. They also provide so much right click. It's just an amazing item. And now they have one AC on Fnatic and TNC doesn't. So actually, they have an AC on DK as well, so never mind.
And Shiva's on some H, so Shiva's on top of the Crimson Guard. So
that is two very nice items for TNC.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be able to keep them in these fights potentially.
Look at Raven too. I like this item. the Orchid and the Blood Dawn on Sven.
Really good.
I mean, you already have a giant amount of damage, and if you then guarantee a few crits with that completed Blood Dawn, as you find the Ancient Apparition. Nice little backstab here, actually.
Yeah, but they do get the best hero on TNC sides. Like, Lizzie wasn't a core or even Tim's. But the A-Blast, it is important for them, so you're not gonna have it for 35 seconds.
You have a creeper coming in mid, so TNC, you're gonna have to defend this to find a stun on their bed. That's established distance. Universe also almost messed up there still. Finds out the only one, but it's gonna be successful with follow-up control with the stun bridge. It's not gonna be possible. Samage has to cancel that, but Raven, look at his cleave. Everyone is so low, but he is dead. Envy with the double kill, doing way too much damage inside the Wukong's command. And there's a nice little epicenter. Turn us around as Underlord. He was rooted up. Both of these supports trying to finish the job on him. Unable to do so, and well, they did lose the tier 3, I do believe. They got a buyback on RML. TNC in the last legs, but they're not out just yet. They're still fighting.
Yeah, they need to win. Well, as long as they win the next fights, they're fine. But yeah, no tier 3 left, so...
Again, that's a fight with RML being caught out without getting to pop his BKB. I do believe here on the back of the song into the RP. One of these big combos here that Fnatic drafted themselves.
Yeah, Ormel, he's DK, he's a very tanky hero, but this Tiny, he hits so hard. And yeah, with the Silver Edge, I mean, he doesn't have his passive, so yeah.
It's such a huge difference in trying to burst a hero like him down. I mean, 10 health regen, amplified by his own strength, 12 armor. Counting for about a third of his armor at this point.
Especially removing that armor is a big deal. DD bottom, and he's gonna get it. I assume they potentially even want to smoke here with this DD. Yeah, he buys a smoke on DJ.
The rune of many wins in the hands of Abed. Roshan, he's got it, so maybe they want to wait for that. Who knows? Two smokes and DJ, as you said, and
Dire are scanning.
They group it. Good TNC ahead of them, walking up them. Well, at this point, initiation is not everything you need, especially with Fnatic. Being in a position to smoke Raven in front lines here, they blink across to the side, expecting someone to be on this high ground. They don't find anybody, and now instantly Samage.
Oh, that's smart.
You back home. Yeah.
Get out. Oh, they smoke.
They don't find the initiation, so you don't want to be caught by any sort of counter initiation from Fnatic. But what this will also do is perhaps open up Roshan if they can scout it out when it comes back up in 10 seconds. Nice blasts. Trying to keep an eye on things. Doesn't quite find it. Respawns just after the vision expires. It's bad, man. DJ woke up with long range hacks, powered out with follow through. It's going to be a bit annoying here.
Far away, though.
Bait out some sort of response, but you don't want to jump either one of these two heroes if you can. Perhaps Naga Siren if you can take out the song.
Okay. Oh, the crit!
Daddle is greedy. Now Envy blinks in with Boundless Strike, ultimate being used.
By Raven.
Here, Raven! He's just straight up dead! Armel also dropping super low despite his BKB, now controlled up with the RP. He is dead as well. None of them have buyback. And just like that, this game is over. It has to be. And yeah, there it is. They realize it too. GG, well played. Ladies and gentlemen, Fnatic tie up the series 1-1.
Yeah.
And we've got a game on our hands.
And it all to that mid Snagasi perfectly on 3 to RP, and just after that, it felt like TNC kind of panicked for a little bit.